second video, we're starting here on 19. Find an approximation for this log to 4 decimal places. This is simply change of base. So we're going to do log over log. The base goes in the basement. On your test, it will tell you to do change of base, and you guys have to show your work that demonstrates that you know how to use this formula. So if I put that into my calculator, it's about 2.2504. All right. Now we had some show up like 20 and 21 in your homework assignment, and some of you guys faked your way through them. So let's just make sure you know how to do these. These are pretty popular questions on your assessments. The first thing you need to do is you need to break it apart. All right, so I saw a product in there, so that goes to addition. The next thing I'm going to do is pull my exponents to the front. Now, a fourth root is a 1/4 out in front. Let me fix my 4 here. All right, now from here we know that the ln of b is v, and we know the ln of a is u, so we're going to make 2 substitutions. Again, the ln of b is v, and the ln of a is u. So the trick to doing these is to get them kind of split apart first. You want to expand them first, and then do substitution after the fact. On this one, you have a 1/4 power on the outside to the whole fraction. So that fourth root is a 1/4 power that I pulled out to the front. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my subtraction. Then I'm going to bring those exponents to the front. And then I can distribute. And then I can make my substitutions. Okay, 22 and 23, I'm going to move over here to the margin for. They're going to take the most time. Okay, if you'll recall, when we did the problems up here, let's see, when we looked at 4, 5, and 6, all of those could be manipulated to where you got the same base on each side. When we look at this number 22, 20 is not a power of 2, so I have to consider doing a log or a natural log on both sides of the equation. By doing so, I can bring the exponent down to the front. Now I want to solve for x, so there's several ways you can do this. You can go ahead and divide. I would leave that alone. I would add 2 to that. And then I would put that right into my calculator. And it says to round to the nearest thousandth, so that's 3 decimal places. 6.322. Now, another thing you guys can do if you're unsure on your test if you got it correct or not, you could always plug that answer back in for x right here and see if you're correct. You're going to be close, because remember, we've rounded our answer. 23. Switch that to a different color. Okay, this one is just slightly different because you have an exponent on both sides. We're still going to come in and write the natural log on each side, and you guys can use a logarithm as well. It doesn't matter as long as you use the same type. Okay, that allows me to bring my exponent to the front. Now you guys need to use good notation. These parentheses have to be there just like they were here. They have to be there because you're going to distribute the ln of 5. All right, your goal is to solve for x, and the only way that's possible is for you to collect terms together that have x in them. So I'm going to switch things around just a little bit. I'm going to bring that term to that side. Okay. Now these both have x in them. All right, then we're just going to divide. And this goes straight into your calculator. Now what you're going to have to do is insert parentheses here. So make sure you've got enough parentheses in there so that you don't have any trouble getting your answer. I'd hate to see you guys just do the work right and then mess up with your calculator. So take your time and get all those parentheses in there that you need. And I see an answer of 23.970. Okay, now does that make sense? I'm going to just go back and check that. So I'm going to add 7 to that, 5 to this power is that, and then 8, oops, is the same thing. Okay, so there's our answer. Okay, from here we get into log equations. So let's see, I'm going to do my best to kind of squeeze some of them in. I might have to put some others over here in the margin, but we'll make it work. 24. Let's use green. Nope, purple. Okay, the first thing I want to do on 24 is I want to bring this log to the other side so that I get the logs together on the same side of the problem. The next thing I want to do is I want to condense these logs together, and that's done through multiplication. Because I don't have a log on the right side, I want to go ahead and switch it to an exponential. Our base is 10. Our exponent is 1. Then I'm going to get everything on one side of the problem. And I'm going to factor. Before I take those as answers, I'm going to consider putting them back in up here as a check. Putting 5 in, 5 minus 3 stays positive, and the log of 5 I can find. However, I can't find the log of a negative number, so The negative 2 is out. Hence the answer is 5. Number 25. It's the ln of 6x minus 5 plus the ln of x minus 1 equals the ln of 5. Okay, I notice with this problem, I have natural logs on for each term. I'm going to condense these two together first. Then I'm going to drop the logs off at each side. I can do that because there's one on each side. I'm going to FOIL. So minus 5x and minus 6x. Bring my 5 to the other side. Factor out an x. And then I'm going to check my answers. If I put 11 over 6 in here, I'll have, if I put it, in here first, and here, 11 over 6 times 6 is 11, so 11 minus 5, I'm good there. 11 6 minus 1 will still be positive. However, I can't put 0 in either of those places, so 11 over 6 is my only answer. Okay, I'm going to stop this video right here, and the final video will be questions 26 to 30.